And again I say ahoy! Ahoy! Our first live show of the new decade. We've been off for the last month. Nice to be back. Nice to be back on the horse with you. Anytime we take more than 2 weeks off, doubt creeps back in. The clock ticks down, the red light comes on, and I'm like, how does our theme song go again? Ah! Oh, no, what's that word I shout? Aloha! And the show's ruined. Doubt can be crippling, but it's also a creativity catalyst. For instance, my version of the traditional song, Moonshiner. I've been a moonshiner for 17 long years. I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. Comes from me misremembering the Peter Rowan version of it that I grew up with, which upon further review sounds like this. I've been a moonshiner for many long years, and I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. And so we find that art plus doubt equals new art. Which means, dear listener, that you are an artist. Consider as proof the miracle of misheard lyrics. You know, like, excuse me while I kiss this guy. And hold me close to Tony Danza. I collected what follows from my Twitter followers last night. First up, someone called @Pinworks. Here's exactly what I heard when I first checked Rubber Soul out from the library when I was 10, which is... Michelle, my belle, Sunday monkey won't play piano song, play piano song. So obstinate, those Sunday monkeys. Next up, from one @AshWeeze Cosplay. If you ever get annoyed, look at me, I'm self-employed. I love to work at nothing all day, and I'll be baking carrot biscuits every day. Baking carrot biscuits everywhere. Okay, now, baking carrot biscuits. That one feels willfully misheard to me, but who doesn't love a fresh baked carrot biscuit? Lastly, and possibly mostly, @Carrie Leary has always heard the following thusly. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Cheez-Its, and America too. Cheez-Its and America. The @Carrie Leary story. But what about the lyrics we don't mishear and yet do not understand? For instance, I wrote a song with my fellow Punch brothers called Don't Get Married Without Me that goes like this. You're right, we're wrong for now. Just bailing water while the ship goes down. Now, someone came up to me once at a festival and said,
Hey, is that song about the Titanic? Because my brother thinks it is. And I need you to tell me it's not, so I can tell him he's wrong.
Now, I confess that as the lyricist of that song, I've never thought of it as being about the Titanic, but rather about a similarly doomed relationship of mine. However, as I was about to express that to this person, I realized that nothing in the lyric of Don't Get Married Without Me specifically precludes it from being at least set on board the Titanic. And who am I to aid in the killing of someone else's vibe? Human beings are to lyrics as yeast is to wine, okay? Agents of fermentation. If the song is yellow and you're blue, the song's gonna look green. If your brother is red, it's gonna look orange.
So it is about the Titanic?
It's about perspective?
Whatever, I knew he was wrong.
There's always room for doubt between what we say and what someone hears. A good thing to ponder as we hurtle towards Valentine's Day. Which brings us to our brand spanking new song of the week, Circular Mistake. And if it sounds to you like it might have been inspired by a conversation between two lovers, that's totally cool with me. But it's really about the Titanic.